Hooty hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome today. It's Tuesday. Stock market's up today. Dow up about 300. NASDAQ up about 150. We're in the upswing right here. Actually, we've been moving sideways for the last 4 days. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Looking for direction. Which way is it going to break? I actually think we're going to get a little move higher here. I don't think we're out of the woods yet. I think we will come down, retest the recent lows after that little move higher, then retest the lows and actually go lower. That's just my opinion. I'm a stock market gambler. Now, what I want to talk a little bit about today as well is mainstream media. They say that we have reached peak inflation. Now, do you think inflation has peaked? Now, government says it's running about 7%. I say it's probably closer to 15%. But the media says that inflation has peaked. Now, the reasoning for this, it could be several things. Okay, we got the supply chain issues. Those might be breaking up and maybe they get better. Okay, now stimulus checks, they're not sending out the stimulus checks, so people don't have all this free money to push the prices higher. But I got news for you. We have not seen peak inflation. We haven't seen close to peak inflation. Inflation this year is going to be running rampant. Why? Well, look at the price of oil. Okay, oil already this year is up 20%. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but oil is just in about everything that's made. I don't know how many items it's in, but when oil goes up, prices go up. Oil's up 20% already for the year. Prices are going to head higher. We have not seen peak inflation. Now, I was listening to this interview the other day. This just fascinates me. It was from AOC. Now, AOC, she has a degree in economics. Where she got the degree, I don't know. I have a degree in economics, and it's embarrassing that we have the same degree. So they were interviewing her and they were asking her about inflation. Now, she will tell them directly to the camera that inflation is not caused by all this printing of money. Oh, no. It's caused by these bad corporations. Bad corporations are price gouging us. The corporations are driving up the inflation. Well, the corporations do have increased costs and they have to pass that cost along to the consumer. But I got news for you, AOC. When you print trillions and trillions of dollars and just hand it out for people to spend, it is an inflationary event. Now, your economics teacher may not have taught you that, but it is inflationary and it's going to continue to be inflationary. I believe they're going to continue to print money. Now, the Federal Reserve, they say they're tapering. You look at their balance sheet, it is still increasing. There is no taper. When they say taper, that's just the minimum purchases. They're still making maximum purchases. The balance sheet is going higher. They're at $9 trillion. They'll probably hit $10 trillion this year and pass right beyond it. That's just crazy. Now, what I wanted to talk a little bit today about is, well, who is the greatest trader of all time? The greatest trader of all time. Okay, names like Warren Buffett come to mind. Maybe Carl Icahn. Maybe Ray Dalio. Those could be some of the greatest traders of all time, but I'd have to argue that probably the greatest trader of all time is Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi. Look, at Nancy Pelosi's net worth is about $150 million. Now, did she make this by working for the government in Congress? No. This money all came from the stock market. Do you realize that Nancy Pelosi never loses a trade? It's a miracle. She is a genius. Now, how does that work? Well, maybe she has the inside track. And right now, they're talking about changing the laws, talking about letting the people in Congress not be allowed to trade because they have all the insider information. Now, Nancy Pelosi, she's very against this. It's un-American not to let us trade. After all, that's how I made all my $150 million. I couldn't live on my salary as a congressperson. No, I need to trade. She's against that law. Now, they're going to come out with some fandangled law law. Right now, the law states that you have to report your trade within 60 days of making a trade. So you make a trade here. Okay, let's say, for example, let's say that the government gives Apple Corporation a big contract, right? And Nancy Pelosi makes her trade here, and the contract comes through, and the news breaks to the public, and Apple stock shoots way up. She has to report 60 days later that, hey, I was in that trade. Well, how about this law? How about this law? How about making everyone that's in Congress report any trade 5 days before they can actually make the trade. So let's say Nancy would have to report that she's going to buy Apple stock 5 days from now. And it would be a public website. So me and you could go on there and have the same inside information she has. And then we could become the greatest trader of all time. Now that would be my law to pass, but I don't think they're going to play it out that way because people want to inside trade. They can't live on their little income. You know, they only make a couple 100,000 working in Congress. They can't survive on that. They need to make $120 million trading. Look, they're criminals. They all are, but that's just part of the game. It just is. It's just part of the game. Now, to be honest, who was the greatest trader of all time? My opinion would be Jesse Livermore. Jesse Livermore. This is a great read if you get a chance. World's greatest stock trader. And I would agree with that. You see, he traded before there was a Fed, before the Federal Reserve was there, when we had free markets. Now you get these traders and they get the inside scoop from the Fed before it comes out, and they front run it, and they do this trading, right? They do this trading. Well, okay. That's all I wanted to say about that. Let's go back to inflation. All right, let's talk about oil. Now, oil, it hit $93 just yesterday, I think it was. Okay, $93 a barrel. Now it's going much higher, much higher. It's pulled back a little today, probably down around 91 or something. It's going well above 100. I think it's going above 200. Would not shock me if we hit 300. Now, Mike, that's crazy. Wouldn't that push the price of gasoline up to $15 or $20 a gallon? I'm afraid it would. You see, here's the thing. Normally, the cure for high prices is high prices, okay? So oil's got high prices. The cure is high prices. But you see, the thing is, there's still all this demand for oil. Now we're switching to electric vehicles, which I think is just a terrible idea. I really do. I think it's a terrible idea. Let's call it right now that maybe there's 10% electric vehicles and 90% gas vehicles. Well, right now we don't have enough electricity. A lot of times we get these brownouts where I live where they turn off your electricity because they don't have enough to go around. And that's only with 10% of the cars plug in their car into the electricity grid. Look, it's a terrible idea. We had this idea a while back. Remember ethanol? Oh yeah, we're going to get the cars to run on ethanol. This is going to be great. Well, we're putting our food supply into the car. Anyways, the price of corn skyrocketed. Look at the price of your electricity bill. It's going to skyrocket when we get these electric vehicles out because there's not going to be enough electricity to go around. I think it's a terrible idea. But if you get $15 to $20 a gallon gas, everybody's going to want that electric vehicle, right? But the reason the gas price is so high, that the high prices is not the cure for high prices this time, is because of the Green New Deal, right? We can't no longer, in Southern California, they're outlawing oil rigs. You can't have them. You can't build them. You can't get new ones. The price of oil is going like this, and the supply is getting shut down because of this Green New Deal. Now, people are all in favor. Yeah, we got to get this Green New Deal. We got to protect the environment. Okay, but let me explain to you the cost of that. The cost is going to be astronomical. When everybody's driving an electric vehicle, the electricity price is going to go high, very high, very high. And that's just to turn the lights on in your house. Okay, but everybody wants this electric vehicle. Everybody wants to go the Green New Deal. We'll see how this all plays out. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work out. I like gas-driven cars. Maybe that's just because I've always had them. But I like gas-driven cars. I do. Now, price of cars has shot way up. Isn't that crazy? That's pretty inflationary, right? And they call it that we can't make these chips anymore. anymore? Can't we make anything in the United States anymore? The only thing we can make really well, and we're really good at making it, is dollars. We make dollars, we send them to other countries, and they send us the stuff. They send us the chips for the cars. They send us everything. We don't make anything here anymore. We got to get back to making something. What a concept that would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, we make dollars. We send them out. Our trade deficit, it's exploding higher. It's just exploding higher. This is not going to end well. I'm telling you, the economy, it's going to be a financial disaster. Financial disaster. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Get a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver. I say protect yourself. There's going to be a blow up. We can't print these dollars forever. So, now people like AOC, she'll tell you there's this new thing called MMT, more money now or something. I don't know, more money theory, modern money theory, whatever it is called. MMT, they teach you. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. Econ is different from when I went to school. A lot different. It's changed a lot. It's going to change from here. Look at when this all comes crumbling down. It will come crumbling down. We'll see how many rate hikes they can get the Fed to do this year. Some are predicting as many as 7. I say they get 1 or 2 and everything starts to come down, then they back off. That's my opinion. That's just an opinion. Maybe they get 7 rate hikes. 7 rate hikes at a quarter point will be up around 2%. Inflation running around 15%. We'll get it up to 2%. We'll be having negative 13% real interest at negative 13%. Now, gold and silver gonna explode. That's just my opinion. I'm Tall Mike. Get out there. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. If you like it, thumbs up for me. I appreciate it. Bye-bye now.